Hello, this is Gerald Theo van Was. Let's continue with Chinese words, how they are also based far apart in the sounds and in the how they use directions of sounds and how it can be compared to how we sense the directions of sounds and how they are also having a similar foundation, namely I tell you that all the letters have a foundation of a timing, of a placement, of a context-seeking function that is actually the same or should be the same in all the languages, and it is the same in Chinese, except that the Chinese are founded very much around the script, and the script is always, as it exists today, is in the context of a placed timing, so that we can have and show you the right balance between the complete balance and how everything hangs together. And the sounds are actually much more a little bit like, okay, a final touch of the direction that you can sense in there, the directions that are there, and how we also should behave towards it to keep that balance. And let's compare two opposites. I will have the word Cao and Wen, or morning and evening. Forgive me if some of the pronunciation are still not 100% correct. The real punctual pronunciations at some point will be expressed in these videos as well, where the differences lie when you have that some kind of variations, some kind of emphases in words, but that's not for now. Let's just compare the characters and the sound orientations in these two words, and meanwhile we can learn the background. We can learn the background of the whole script. We can learn the background of the letter positions in time and space, and we can learn how much all the languages have the same foundation, so that we can say that Babylon no longer exists after a while. And I will have the first word, of course, and I will first analyze it from the character itself. What do you recognize immediately in the character? It is the sun to start with. You have the sun, it starts with the sun, so it is also literally about the sun. It could be about the center position, but it's about the sun, in this case literally. Underneath is the time frame on the horizon, that's the one, and you have the pole that is immediately pushed down, which is in the context of this time frame, because all the letters are within a time frame as if they are about 4 seasons, and the harmony position in that 4 seasons. It is at that point where you say, okay, here I have direct results. They are related with time, but they are immediately results. So what can we read already in the sign itself? We can read it in it that we will have some results of the sun in the context of immediate results. So it will create immediate results. What the results will be emphasized by the sounds. So here I have the sounds that have the Z as a starting point. Now the Z in my schedule of the placements in time and space, it is that specific placement in a timing that actually brings all of the variations inwardly. It means that from there onwards, all the vibrations and everything what happens in time will increase its situation, its development inside. So it's time that way. It's what it will be shown in the results. It will be time to sense its full effect physically also, because then it goes to in O, so it goes to a physical sense that you can sense in O, in the environment, in the moments of the environment. And that's how the sun will be increasing its energy, increasing its field of what you can sense from it. So it's very good chosen, this Z followed by the dependency on A towards O. And that will give it a physical appearance in all of its environmental moments of O. Just a bit more explanation how this works, this Z in the scheme of my letters. The Z and the W are in the middle section. They are about timing. Both letters are at the same position in timing at the end, where it produces some effect after a while. There are two kinds of effect that you can have, and it depends actually on the movement of the waves. So if they go inwardly in time, the conditions and the energy and all what you have will increase inwardly, and it will change its conditions. That's the Z. The other way around is when the changes will increase, so it will also be more like an after effect. The effects will grow, the waves will grow wider, and it will be more difficult to keep everything together. And that's mostly at the end of a process. The Z is then actually at the initiation of a process, just as you have it here in the morning. And I can show you with waves as well. You can see here with waves, the waves are more going inwardly, and they will also be more vibrating inwardly as well, while with the W at the end, it will increase its waves and it will be more difficult to keep everything together. So logically, if the morning starts with Z, as you can see here, when you compare it again to the symbol, so it's the position of the moment of the moment where that decreasing insight of energy appears. What will be then for the evening? What letter should we need for the evening? At the end of the cycle, what sound will express the leftovers of energy? Logically, you know it already, it will be the W. So when the morning energy starts with Z, the evening energy will of course start with the W. And the word for that is when. When. It's a combined character that is more like a description actually of what this evening, how this evening can be described. And we will see what it is. You have the first symbol in there is of course again the sun, and the second symbol is more. Or the second character, it also means to dispense of something. So it's like it's at the end of a cycle, and it's it's about time to get rid of something as well. But it consists also of several small characters. The first top character, it's like the roof. This kind of roof. Which is now coming in its working out, is always related with something that is more abstract or a sense, or it's like for me from the letter points of view, we have also three kinds of orientations: one in space, one in timing, and one in context. This one is also showing, no, the context is the most important, the generalization is the most important. So it already says like it's not about a thing, it's not about a timing, It is about the concept that is lying behind it. And the other character underneath, you can see the mouth, so something is it is landing in that position. So it's the mouth can be, it's more like the symbolic mouth. You have also the mouth of the river. You have the mouth of your mouth. It can be all kinds of things where things land into it. That's more so compared and I will combine these three characters very quickly. The last character is like the walking a bit, also like the meaning. It can be a meaning of a lot of things, but it is what comes forth from it. As you see, you have the running course of thing, like you have with the running of the people who are running there. This is more the steps that can be taken. The steps, so it's one step further. It can be like, yeah, from father to son is also a step further. But this is in combination. I will translate it a little bit. In translation is then this abstract thing, or it's taken into a context or in a general sense. Says, yeah, where is everything going from here? Where is everything going? Can go in different direction. It goes to somewhere else. It will go. It is actually at the bridge of disappearing. We know that at the evening the sun and its energy will be disappearing, and this will be expressed, of course, with the sounds, in which direction we have to imagine this structure underneath. And here is the w, the a. Underneath is then the dependency on what is still going on and further and continuing, and it's continuing and it's going somewhere else. And the n is then that moment that I take out. So it goes actually to another moment which is in continuation. In this case, the a is can very often be a placement, can very often be also a physical thing, but it's also the continuation of things which now it is dependent on, that in some way it is actually already departing and going somewhere else, and the sun is going somewhere else. You can remember it by the W of the departing energy, the R, the dependency in the F form, in the timing form, so in the time frame, and that moment I'm referring to. Compared to English, you can compare to English what is the nearest word in sounds, the nearest word in the same kind of meanings, of sound-based reminders of direction. It is, of course, went or when, where it went, where this is going to. So the evening is actually there where it is going to, and going away also a little bit like that. And also, the word when is that reference which is also there underneath. So in that case, I break off Babylon again. The foundations of the orientations in sounds and sound meanings are the same in I will not say in every language, but in the language that I saw that there is a similar foundation, they can be recognized everywhere, even in Chinese. Of course, Chinese has some not difficult combinations of words. Mostly they are quite simple, because they also have more variations in tones and so on. And this is a bit different than our Roman language based script, in which we can also combine everything very quickly. and combine all the separate letters as well. Here it is a bit different, but the sounds themselves, the foundations of the sounds themselves, and the orientations of the sounds themselves are the same. Secondly, the orientations in the timings we can understand as well, because we also include that in our way of thinking, how the letters are built up, and that's what I explained in other videos, where more or less the foundations lie in the Chinese script and where the foundations lie in the Roman script. They are somewhat different, but the foundations, the building blocks are the same, and I hope you can understand in future and remember these words also in future, that you have the Z that is necessary to remember, simply because this energy goes inwardly and increases there for the morning. The W, it's decreasing, it's in the evening, and it goes somewhere, and it went somewhere. You know also when, in the evening, and that's how you can remember it. And you can also remember now what is recognizable in the script by this explanation, I think. At least that's what I do, and that's what I will do, and that's how I build up everything. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and this books, website, Facebook, and all these things. Thanks again, bye.